Welcome, I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjitsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. I hope you are all doing well out there. Now, I got something huge to share with you. I was walking to the shop with my son. Father upon my mind revealed something huge to me. Earlier today, Father gave me this image and I'm like, no way. Now, even though we have been talking about the matrix that we've been in, nonetheless, while we are in these realms, it feels real and it does hurt. The allegory given to us in Inception, in the movie Inception. There is other realms. Entities are sent to endure a lot, because when you are in it, in these bodies where you feel pain and can suffer, it's horrendous. We are to learn and evolve. That's why we are thrown in these garments. And to seek God and get understanding, to learn the true nature of God. The name of God, name means nature, and it is of love and order. And so much more, coming from the fruits of the Spirit, the tree of life. If you don't get your house in order, turning to foreign gods, doing that which is wrong and evil, well, God is not mocked, because he is a principle God, a just God. A man will reap what he sows, for his name's sake, the I am in man. It was so paramount that you got knowledge and wisdom. This is the house of God, we are told. Judgment must begin at the house of God. We are also told, I wish they seek me, though I'm not far, but because they do not, they're going to hurt themselves. Now, before I continue, everything is going to be all right if you just turn to the light within you, to God, your I amness. God is above all, through all, and in all. He is the all in all. But more importantly, we get this language in the Bible, and I come from experience. You must turn to your Lord that's in you, the I amness. Okay, Spirit, connect yourself back to your source. He's been knocking on the door. It's time to open that door to your husband, the Lord, the maker, the creator, where it becomes one with your soul through the alchemical marriage as you go for a process. Many of you are sealed and in the book of life, and I tell you now, you are going to be all right. Please do not wobble upon hearing the things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, okay? Father is with you, and I'm keeping you updated. We are going by the day with the Father, receiving these messages and signs, so we're not left in darkness. Because you are protected, you are receiving disclosure. We are coming to the end of this. We are what's termed in the final hour. I've been hearing this a lot lately, and I made another connection today with Father being upon my mind, talking to my mum. I'm like, oh my goodness me. So now I'm going to share with you what I've received. So in the Bible, it says you are not to make any image above, on the earth, or beneath the earth. You're not to worship anything beneath the earth, on the earth, or above. I look at this world as a screen. And I've learnt from it. And I've got to learn of the fallen angels, the demons, the entities, the elementive first earthly man Adam. I've played that role, etc. Studying demonology, there is many entities in the host body system that would cause you to wobble. Especially when you learn symbology and the veils are lifted, you can see it. By the fruits they bear, you'll recognize them. Many do not grasp what this actually means. Now, pay attention to where it says you're not to worship anything under the earth, the dimensions under this dimension you are in. Because the more that the entity falls in its nature, it goes to the next realm beneath, another degree. And that world, that reality gets darker. So do they. To such a degree, they become very malevolent in nature. And down in these lower realms, there's a lot of them. And they tend to hate the light and take that which is of life, to suck off it, to live off it, to feed off it, to keep alive. So we're not to worship anything under the earth, the dimensions, the lower realms beneath us. Thoth mentions in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, where they open a gateway, a bridging across into this plane that brings calamity upon the world stage, especially in the last hour. Now I understand this. Okay? They're coming up into the base of the pyramid, connected with the abyss, this plane, because of the end of the age and the nature with everything going on during this time. You are part of something very unique. We should be in a particular state of being, as I warned about last year, with the luminaries passing the triangle, the 33 constellation above Taurus. We had to be in a particular state before the luminaries passed, as I mentioned, to be prepared for a time like this. We are hid away, protected and guided. Father is providing for us. But he says, turn away from this world now, children. Knock yourself away and focus on me. Persevere until the end. Be disconnected and disassociated. He says, focus on me. When you start seeing these things, do not be alarmed. We stick the other precept upon precepts to receive greater revelation what's going on out there without being traumatized by all the demonic presentations now surfacing from the lower dimensions. This is like boss level now, okay? And I know that we are protected and safe, but this is horrendous, and I just want peace myself. It's coming. Remember, you're not under God's wrath. You are not destined for wrath, but there is a trial. A trial that's going to come upon this world. So earlier, I realized that this presentation is the entities coming up into this plane. I was receiving over the last couple of weeks the symbol of 9/11, as many of us are aware of. We kept seeing this number again. And the, what should I, be careful what I say now, approach it. And the serious degradation of reality. Okay, strange anomalies are now increasing. I did say months ago, it's going to get serious now. You're going to see some very strange anomalies occur on the world stage. And I said, do not get hooked in by it. Turn away from this world. Now, I come across an individual earlier who had this dream of, should we say, these types of energies and lights coming up from the earth. I'm going to elaborate a bit more on that in a minute. Jacob Israel, okay, was talking about this advert in the UK. I don't watch telly, so I wasn't aware of it. Where it looks like it's a demonic advert. Because it looks like it's a ritual, it's cannibalistic in nature, it's a strange advert. Today, I was thinking about this presentation Jacob mentioned with KFC. And I was saying to my mum, it's funny because we're seeing a denigration of reality. And during this time, we are told it becomes full of demons. It makes sense that the presentation in adverts and movies are degrading and becoming demonic in nature, because like attracts like is known to like alone. And that's why we are receiving these strange adverts. To many of us who are awake and seeing it, are saying, what is going on? Well, it's an unconscious collective being possessed in their denigration, being taken up by unseen forces. And so the rest of the world is conforming to them. It's normal because they're unaware that they are becoming darker in nature. But to us, we're like, that's not right. Doesn't really inspire you to go to these fast food places and get something to eat. Many of you have been now seeking truth, questioning reality, going down certain avenues. You've learned of these types of presentations and symbols that are connected to a dark nature of reality. Well, here it is. In Revelation 3:10, since you have kept my commandment to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth. This is what's going on. And the last hour started with the blood moon. You ready for this? What happened during the blood moon? This is Ghostbusters, okay, the original movie from 1984. Two towers, okay, and you see they let out the ghosts, an explosion. I will post a video in my community tab in connection with this scene, because if you pay attention in Ghostbusters, when there's an explosion and the spirits are released, you will see what's connected to 9/11. This happened during the blood moon. Magenta, right? The colour magenta is connected with the evil spirits. That's why we see it everywhere. I sometimes get nervous when I'm doing late videos and you can see from the screen the colour magenta. I'm like, oh no. But I know I'm protected and safe. It was just the colour from the screen, but I'm aware of this colour magenta. For example, if you watched Chris See the Light channel with the individual explaining about the Matrix, the demon she encountered, funny enough, the colour is magenta. Matt from Quantum Conscience noticed this colour magenta was appearing in old videos that was never there. Again, it's connected with demonic forces manipulating things of creation they shouldn't. It's to do with the neon gods. Okay, the music Disturb talks about, because people turn to foreign gods, they're neon gods. Okay. Then we've had this presentation. A similar one we had before 2012, where things started changing. These are signs we need to pay attention to, because it's telling us that there is something happening in the invisible. Then I come across this. I'm like, no way. There's been sky bursts into flame. Okay. Space weather news. With the aurora, it's magenta. So don't panic. Keep with me, because there's good news. Luke 21:36. So keep watch at all times. There's many verses. Keep watch and pray that you may have the strength to escape all that is about to happen and to stand before the Son of Man. And he's in us. We just turn to Father. Father, be with me. I'm hid away. And even being a hermit without paying attention to the world, just watching The Watchmen so we can keep each other encouraged. I see so much that many are not aware of, and I'm like, this is horrendous. Yeah, I know, Father being with us, there is this inner strength. Everything is going to be okay now. 2 Peter 2:9. If all this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trials and to hold the unrighteous for punishment on the day of judgment. We received that sign. As I've mentioned, I've recorded and documented everything. Okay, Matthew 24:13. But the one who perseveres to the end will be saved. Just keep focused on the light, on truth, on God. Okay, make sure you've got your house in order. Love is the truth. So as I mentioned, 9:23 is coming up. We got the partial eclipse, all right, going on the 9:20 on the 29th, third month. Don't say that. In March, okay. Now, what's interesting, that the high octave, a partial, I said there's a high octave overlaid, like a partial reality over ours, that which is of the light. We've moved into the capsule, the capstone with the cornerstone. This was the pit, and we now have entities coming up into it. We have this partial eclipse coming up. Then when it passes, does it stop? Is that the sign of the end of the hour of trial for us? Possibly, because from the blood moon until the 29th of March, it does look like, and with what I am receiving, especially from the blood moon until the 29th, it's the final hour. We are at the threshold where we are going to be delivered over into the land of the living, guys. For us, it's nothing to be concerned about, because we walk with the Father by the day, and he says, do not fear, my children. Love is the truth. I've got you. Your names are written in my hands. I'm going to lift you up at the last day. Already, many of us have gone through so much, and there is many out there that have been guided to individuals where they've received revelation, having their eyes open to the spiritual realm, the true nature of it, because we've been in the apocalypse, in duality with malevolent forces and those who have been here, the sons of God, to assist in the adoption of truth, ready for ascension. Jacob's ladder. You don't want to go down, because you're going to be shocked of the realms, the dimensions that go down. It's horrific. I've seen it. All right. We want to go up, and we are now with the Father, with spirit, with truth. And we know we have a wonderful home before us in the future. We're not to faint. We're not to worry. We are to have faith and go by the day, always in prayer during this time. Any moment, as I said, there's like this flash event, this pause, this intervention by spirit, a relocation of souls, and our reality connected to a flash event or some sort of mystical experience. We could wake up and find that this is all gone. As he says in the Bible, the evils are going to vanish. You go looking for your enemy, you will not see him. In the mysteries of Osiris, it says you are moving up into the higher spheres. You have to by law. It's mentioned in the Emerald Tablets, the Apocrypha. It's mentioned in Sanskrit. It's mentioned in the Bible, okay, where we are the pools coming out of the deep. But we are warned, do the works while you can, before midnight, before it gets too dark, because there is a trial, there is a judgment. Get your house in order and be prepared, be watchful. Turn away from this world, leave it alone. You won't need anything. I'm taking you to another location, what's termed the future. It's being erected before you. Let go and look forward with the good news to a wonderful future, a future that will prosper you. This is the truth that's setting us free. We are coming back into knowledge, disclosure, revelation, and preparation in a return home, in expansion of ourselves in our eternal heavenly homes, not made of human hands. So I leave you with that. This is what I was tasked to share with you this evening, okay? Don't let it wobble you, all right? You are safe and protected. Hence, you know, you have this knowledge. Do that which is constructive, okay? We're here. We're at the threshold. I keep hearing that. I'm aware many of us are tired and had enough. Father is fully aware of that. I can see it in my brothers and sisters too. And so, being in this state, we are turning to Father. What else can we do? What else can we say? And so we give to you that which we receive from Spirit. We're here to glorify our Father's name. You have eyes to see. Look, repent and turn to the light. This hasn't been our realm, our age. There is something far greater for you in the highest spheres, and it's a mystical transformation that's going to occur with our lives, and this will just pass away like a bad dream. All right? Everything's going to be all right. Love you guys. Have a good day.